Hello friends, today we try to create this simple login sign up UI in Flutter. I found this image on Dribbble. It's made by DStudio. This is how it looks after extracting from this image. Okay, let's create new project in Android Studio. We change the location. The name is going to be sign up. Or if we want to publish the app in the future, we need to change organization. So for me it's click finish, create. This is the new project. This is our main file. By default, it is the counter app. Let's start it and see how it looks like. It takes some time. Alright, so this is the default counter app, and we want to create something like this from this. So first thing first, I will add Git as version control. Load files and do initial commit. It will scan for some errors. We can review the errors. They are all related to Android specific folder, so you can ignore them for now. So we've got our first commit. Now we want to clean up the code a bit. So let's remove all these comments. Click on, you can use replace, Ctrl R, search for / dot star, and make sure you have enabled regex, have a regular expression. Now we can replace all. The comments are gone. We can select Ctrl Alt L to reformat our code. And run again our application. Nothing changed, as expected. Next, we can add new file where we keep the welcome screen. So I've got the shortcut for creating file. It will be UI folder, name of the file welcome screen. We can add to Git. In the welcome screen we start with stateless widget. Welcome screen. We need to import material, and instead of container, let's return scaffold with a body, center, and child. For now, text, welcome screen. Save it, and in the main file we need to point to that welcome screen instead of my home screen. Save it. Now we can see the counter is gone. We can see welcome screen. So we can get rid of the my home page and the my home page state. In Android Studio we can Ctrl W to select the class, delete, and it's all gone. Let's commit, add, welcome screen. Now let's see what we need in terms of widgets for this page. We can see an image, text, another text, buttons, text, more buttons. So it looks for me like a column. And let's say we want to have the image to take half of the screen and the rest another half. So I propose we can do this in a column. So instead of center, let's have a column. With children, and the first child will be the image, but for now we can use container. Let's give it a color so it will be visible. So blue. And the next child will be another column with all this stuff inside. So inside this column we have text, text, row with buttons, text, row with buttons. So let's do that. Children, text, it will be welcome, another text, it says app allows to take pictures of your, let's say, and save as information. Text is quite long, The line marks 80 characters length, so we can, I'm not sure if it's the same with VS Code, but in Android Studio you can put the cursor somewhere in the middle of the string, press enter, it will format the string properly. So after this text we have a row with those two buttons. The first one is the text button. On pressed, for now we put the empty callback as a child in the text. Login. Another button, this one, will be outline button. Child text, sign up. Reformat. Okay, so we've got this row. Now we need this text after that. Text. It says or via social media. And again, we have two buttons in a row. We can use text buttons for that. For now, let's use text. F. So we've got it all done. Let's see how it looks like. Save it. So it's not exactly what we want. We need some styling. But first, let's commit it. Add UI structure to welcome screen. Now, usually to keep the code clean, I use some linter rules. With that, the Dart analyze will find some problem with our code. So in order to use that, we can add a file analysis options YAML. Spelling is important. The file is in the same place as the pubspec YAML, and in here we can add some linter rules. So I like the rule prefer constructors. There are some other ones, but for now we can use this one. Now let's open Dart analysis. And we can see we've got number of problems, errors, when we can check and make the code better. Because the text never will change, we can mark this as a const. Same with this one. With Android Studio, we can press F2 to move to the next arrow. Alt Enter to see that menu. Okay, it's all clear. Let's commit. Maybe save before. Add linter rule to prefer constructor. So let's get back to styling this stuff. We want the image to take half of the screen and the column another half. Instead of the image, we've got the container. Column we've got already here. So I would propose to wrap the container and expand it. And the column as well. Let's save it and we'll see. Now we have the container taking up half of the screen and the column the another. If we resize the window, it will resize together. Alright, so now let's add some style to the text. This welcome text should be bigger and bold. Let's do that. Style, text style. Font size maybe 24. Font weight bold. That's better. This one is a bit lighter, like a gray size, we can keep it. Style, text style. Color, colors, gray. It's lighter. The last one, I can keep it as it is. So let's commit, add style to text. Next, let's do the buttons styling. This is round on the edges and has the blue background. So it's this one. Style, text, button, style from, and here we can change few things. So first of all, background color, colors blue. Let's see, the text disappeared. So to change the text color, we can use primary colors white. We can see the text. Now we need some padding. Edge inset, maybe not all, but symmetric. For horizontal we can do, say, 40. And vertical, let's say 18. That's better. And we've got some squiggly lines. Prefer const, so our linter is working. We can add const here. Because the padding will never change. Now to do the round corners we can use shape, stadium border. This as well can be const. Oops, sorry. Now we've got the first button working and looking similar to this one. Let's do the other one. So let's copy the style, paste in the another button, but we don't need the background color. And the font color should be black. So primary will be black. And maybe we can do the border thicker, like here. So to do that we can use side, border side width 2.0. This can be const as well. Yeah, that's more like it. And what to do to have those buttons centered horizontally? We can use property in the row, main axis size, main axis size min, because by default is max, which the row takes all width of the parent. With min it takes only width of its children. So let's save it, and we've got it in the center. We can add some padding to buttons to get the space between them, or we can use sized box with, let's say, 8.0. It can also be const. we've got some space. Let's commit, add style to buttons. Now we can work with those social media buttons. We can create another widget just for the button and use it in the welcome screen. So let's do that. In UI we can create a file with social button. It will be stateless widget. Import material, and we will need access to onPressed and maybe background color, because these properties will change depending on the button. The final color, background color, and final void callback on pressed. Let's create constructor. Make both properties required. And now we don't need container, we need text button. OnPressed will be OnPressed, child will be an icon. But because we don't have default icons which would look like F or G in here, so I would propose we can use font awesome package, which got lots of nice icons. So to install it, we can add this dependency to pubspec.yaml. Save it, pub.get, get. Pubspec log change, so it should work. Now, how to use this fonts as icons. Instead of using standard icon, we need to use FA icon and the name of the icon we want. Let's copy and see. So the child is going to be FA icon. Oh, we don't have option to import it. Let's again run pubget. Now, yes, we have the option to import the correct package. Let's format our code, and instead of the default icon, we can use variable to put the icon when we create that widget. So it will be final icon, add it to the constructor. And instead of this, we can use icon. Or we can't, because we've got the red line. Type icon can't be assigned to the parameter type icon data, whatever. So this can't be icon, but icon date. Now we're all good. So we've got that child, which will be the icon. And we need some style to properly have the round button. Text button style from background color will be this background color we will pass, and we need some shape. It's going to be circular border, circle border. Const, and now we can use it inside our welcome screen instead of these text buttons. Social button, background color, let's say colors blue. Icon. It's going to be font awesome icons, Facebook F, I believe. On pressed, empty callback for now. Let's save it, see what we have. Oh yeah, we've got the circle, but we don't see the icon because it's probably the same color as the background. So let's change it. Change primary to colors white. We see the rectangle. Probably we need to restart the app. Or let's do hard restart. Nope. Let's do full restart. So we now can see F for Facebook. Need some padding probably to make it look better. Let's add it in the style of text button. Margins at all, it's 18. Maybe too much. Or maybe we need the smaller icon. So in here we can change the size, I believe. Yeah, size. Say 16. Yeah, something like this is better. This one we replace with social button for Gmail or Google actually. Colors for background will be red. And instead of Facebook, Google. something like this. Let's do the trick with the row main axis size. Oh, we've got it centered. Let's commit, add social button. Now we need to make some spacing between all these elements. Where is our column? This is our column. So main axis alignment, we can do main axis alignment space between. Looks like this. But in here we can see this text and the buttons are closer together. So in order to do that, we can wrap text and buttons with a column. So this text and the row with the buttons, wrap with column. Now they are together. We can add some spacing, but by putting size boxed, height 8, and spacing at the bottom, we can also put sized box after the row. Space maybe, I don't know, 36. Now in here we can see we've got some padding on the sides of this text, and the text is aligned to center in both lines. In here we've got aligned to left. We can change it. This is our text. So first alignment, text align, text align, center. We can add some padding. Wrap with padding. Maybe 16. Maybe only horizontal. So symmetric, horizontal 16. Something like this. We have two squiggly lines because now the whole padding and its child can be const. We can remove const from here, put it here. And we fix that squiggly lines. Okay, we can commit this. Add spacing to widgets on the welcome screen. Now we can take care of this image. So in order to use images, we need to create assets folder. New directory assets, images. Okay, into this folder we need to put the image we want to show there. I've got the one here. As in here, this one. Now, in order to use this image, we need to add option in pubspec YAML. We've got an example here, how to use assets. So underneath we can use assets and path to our images. Here will be assets / images / and this will give us access to all the images in this folder. Save it, and in welcome screen okay, let's click ignore. In welcome screen, instead of the container, we need our image asset and link to that file. So it's going to be assets images and the file name welcome image png. Let's save it. We've got the error. One of the reasons why we can get error like this is because after adding assets we need to do hot restart or full restart. After hot restart we can see the image. So I think it's more or less like what we wanted to do. But let's see what happens when I resize. You see, it's not what we want. We want all this centered. How can we do that? The first column, the top column inside the body, we can add cross-axis alignment to cross-axis alignment stretch. And let's see if that helped. Yep. This is what we expect. So that's all for today. Let's commit. Add an image to welcome screen. Next time we try to do this screen. Welcome back. Thanks for watching. Add your comments, whatever. And goodbye, friends.